Welcome to the Keep Cheap channel. My name is Laura Keep and I make homemaking videos and videos about family life and living on a budget. Welcome to the Keep Cheap channel. My name is Laura Keep and I make videos about family life and homemaking and living on a budget. I have a 6-month-old and I have been reading to her since she was about 2 months old. What I'm sharing today comes more from experience than from research, so keep that in mind. Much of the information out there online is about why to read to your baby, but not so much on how. Reading this information often makes me bored, and it really doesn't make me want to read more to my baby. Not only that, but because babies are not born readers, they don't know how to act while reading, so I get frustrated with my baby when I'm reading with my baby. I don't want reading to be just another annoying task I have to do with my baby. I myself am a passionate reader, and so I want to read with my baby, and I want my baby to become a reader. I want my baby to read books and to find joy in books as well. So I want to find a way to make reading enjoyable for the both of us. Let's get into the video. Set your expectations low. Baby's attention span is very short. 2 to 5 minutes maybe. When Mercy is calm, I can read to her maybe for 10 minutes, but that's it. So I would suggest to choose books that are short, 3, 4, 5 pages, only a couple words on each page, big pictures, very colorful or high contrast, something that you can work through pretty quickly. That way, if you can finish your book, it's at least more emotionally satisfying to read with your baby. If your baby is distracted, who cares? They don't know what's going on. You're just spending time with them. You're just reading to them. They don't know where to look. They have to learn where to look. So if your baby is distracted, let them be distracted. Babies will not understand a single thing you're reading to them. So don't worry about comprehension. Reading to babies isn't about comprehension. It's more about making the act of reading familiar with the baby. The baby has to become familiar with the appearance of the book, the feeling, the look, what to do, where to look. They don't know what to do and they don't understand the words, so they have to learn. In terms of engagement, this is where you go above and beyond. Put lots of emotion into your voice. Exaggerate question marks and exclamation marks. Trace the shapes on the pages. Point out funny little details in the pictures. Besides the value you are giving your baby for their future literacy, you are also giving your baby your precious time. Babies want love, interaction. Books are a way for you to give that to your baby. You can hold your baby, talk to your baby, and interact with your baby using a book. Now we're coming to a question that has to do with budget, and that's what my channel is all about. Where do you get your books? Books are expensive. Even board books, like little itty bitty board books like this, can still be $10 for a book. Now that can add up really quickly. So my number one suggestion is to get a library card. Most places have free library cards available, or a library service that you can subscribe to. Many libraries also have digital children's books available. However, I do suggest getting physical copies just because they are tangible and babies like to touch, they like to see it, and you want to reduce the amount of screen time that your baby is going to get. In Canada, where I live, library cards are free, but I do pay for the library service with my taxes because the government funds the libraries. So you betcha I'm going to subscribe to my library and use my library because I am really paying for it, and this is a valuable service that the government is offering for us. Read a variety of types of books to your babies. Experts will suggest board books, vinyl books, or fabric books. My take is, I don't really like the vinyl books or fabric books. I do like board books because babies can chew on them, but I don't like especially vinyl books. I hate them. They get so sticky and gross, and that is just not for me. So I think you have some creative freedom here to choose which books you want to read to your baby. Choose books that you want to read, that you're going to find enjoyable, not just your baby. Take the recommendations with moderation. If you want to read some board books and some vinyl books and some fabric books to your baby, that's great. But you should also be able to choose some of the books that you are going to read to your baby, because you as a parent have to read it. So you as a parent should be able to enjoy reading the books as well. Some books will come with a little age recommendation on the back. It'll say 2 to 7 or 5 to 10. In my mind, I think you can just toss those age recommendations out of the window. If you think the book is suitable for your baby, read the book to your baby. If you think the book might be interesting, read the book to your baby. So, does the age recommendation truly matter? I don't think so. My baby enjoys the books that I enjoy. She enjoys Karen Katz. She enjoys Dr. Seuss, even though Dr. Seuss clearly isn't for little itty bitty babies. What really matters is that I am more motivated to read to my baby, because what really matters is consistency, not reading an amazing age-appropriate book once to my baby, but reading on a consistent basis. And I'm only going to do that if both me and the baby are enjoying the act of reading. I think the issue of book choice is one of the main reasons why a lot of parents don't want to read to their babies. They find it difficult to enjoy the books that are recommended to their age group, or to enjoy the books that are considered better for the baby's development, and so they don't want to read it. So just choose a book that you are also going to enjoy. Maybe something with beautiful big pictures, or maybe something with an interesting font, or maybe a story that is very engaging to you. Even if your baby doesn't understand the story, it doesn't matter, because you are reading the book, you are spending the time with your baby, and you are engaging with your baby. I am a strong believer in reading what you're interested in. So if you as a parent can't consistently read to your baby won't become a reader. Most kids in schools these days that I have taught don't know how to choose books that they are going to like. They just read what the teacher says, or they read what the librarian has given them, even though it might not be interesting to them. And they read and then they say, oh, I don't really like to read. Well, they never got a chance to read what they wanted to read, even if it's below their level or above their level. Kids have to be interested in what they want to read, and that starts with number one. That starts with you. If you don't read what you're interested in to your baby, then your baby isn't going to be interested in reading later as they grow. My husband reads farm catalogs to our baby. Does she understand what a farm implement is? No, she doesn't. But she gets to spend time with her daddy. She looks at the pictures, she looks at the plows and the seeders and the parts, and she's interested because he's interested. So I encourage you to find books that both of you will be interested in. You can choose books that are recommended by the experts, but also choose books that you will be interested in. I have a couple of examples here in terms of children's books. This is a book I found at Costco. It's a bad example for budget friendly, but it was only like $7, so it's okay. And it moves, so that's really exciting. And it's a little song, so it's Old MacDonald Had a Farm. It's only got 5 pages, so it's a board book, but it's pretty thick pages, and it's got beautiful, colorful pictures, and it's a song, so I can sing it to my baby, and I love doing that. And I've read her this book probably 20 or 30 times already because I love singing to my baby, and I love having the words and the pictures. I can point at things that I'm singing about, so that's a really great book for me and for my baby. Another example is here, Nancy Tillman, but I love Nancy Tillman's books. This one is called I Knew You Could Do It. She has a couple of really awesome books, and I'll show you what the inside looks like. So there's big pictures, and as you can see, there is not a lot of writing on a page. So only ever a couple of lines of writing. So it's it's a book that you can read very quickly, or you can just read a couple pages at a time and point out what's going on the pages. So, oh, look at this. We've got some little pigs. What are the sounds that a pig makes? Oink, oink. So you can kind of go into detail on the sounds or the colors, or oh, how many pigs are there? Oh, there are 3. So I really like Nancy Tillman's books because there's so much detail in the pictures, and it's very short writing. Oftentimes the writing has a rhyme to it, and I love that. Does Mercy love Nancy Tillman? I don't know, but I love it, so I'm going to read it to her because I'm enjoying it. Another set of books that I really enjoy are these Sandra Boynton books. They often have rhymes. They're very playful. You can sing the words, and very big pictures and very little writing. So they're very easy to read with a very young child. They're easy to get through. If you are in a hurry, you only have 2 minutes, you know your baby isn't really going to listen for any longer than that, you can still get through one of these books. They're not very big. I have a couple of suggestions in terms of authors that I really like. I love Max Lucado's children's books. They are a little bit longer. I would say break it up a little bit, but for me as an adult, it's very engaging to read, so I'm going to want to read it with my baby. I really like John Klassen's children's books. I love the pictures in his books. Sylvia Barando has really nice high contrast children's books, so those are very suitable for 2-month to 6-month old, just because of the way that the pictures are. That would be one of those books that's recommended by the experts that I also enjoyed. If you are looking for diverse authors in Canada, these next suggestions are some that I really enjoyed. By no means is this an exhaustive list. These are only the ones that I have experienced. So one of them is Richard Van Camp, and I will try to put some book titles up here. The books I've read by him were board books, and they were very short, easy to read, very, very cute and endearing writing. So that's a really good author, Richard Van Camp. Another one is Julie Flett. She has some that are for younger children. She's a writer-illustrator, so some of her books are for younger kids and some are for older kids. I've read the ones that are for older kids to Mercy, at the time she was 4 months, and she enjoyed them because I enjoyed them. Especially I enjoy her illustrations. They are so beautiful. One of my favorite books that I've read, Mercy, has been the book I Sang You Down from the Stars by Tasha Spillett Sumner. So I would definitely recommend that one. The illustrations are beautiful and so is their writing. I would recommend finding out who the local authors are in your area. I know that some of the local authors from Saskatchewan are wonderful. Canadian authors I have enjoyed. You can find the books at your local library. Local libraries will usually stock local authors, so that's always a wonderful thing. And you're supporting your local authors by reading their works to your babies. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you can feel a little bit more motivated to read to your baby and understand that it's not just about the development part of the reading, it's not just about the literacy, but it's also about the relationship that you have to your baby and you teach your baby to have to books, a relationship of joy.